Hello, today I want to talk about gun safety and sales that are going on in Oregon. And why this is so important is because of the ever changing laws that are going on with gun control and trying to figure out what is the best solution to end gun violence. I don't want to get into too much politics around this, but I really wanted to highlight a company that does a really good job of exploring the sales with guns and following the rules and regulations and how that alone is not stopping gun violence, but it is actually controlling who's purchasing those guns. So today's story is we're going to first start with the Oregon Gun Owners Association here, which is just a site that gives you a lot of great information about gun safety and how guns should be stored, how they're sold, what initiatives are going on, and as you can see, there's a ton of information there. So according to the state of Oregon, there's a lot of rules about who can buy a gun and who cannot. This site is one of those sites that helps in being able to facilitate that information. The next one that I want to talk about is JB Firearms and Sales. This is a company that's local here in Oregon that sells guns, and gun owners have to go in and follow those strict guidelines. However, there was a loophole that was found recently in a story that I just got done interviewing with from a Corey Lamb, who talks about gun sales that were done through the purchase of a gun for someone else called the straw gun purchase, which is a loophole that allows anyone to go buy a gun for someone else, and that person may be able to buy a gun and fit within the regulations, but the person they're buying the gun for does not. And in April of 2013, a local woman who was just looking at the scenic area in Oregon was confronted by someone who had a gun and shot her and ended up killing her. But the purchase of that gun was not done by him, but by the parents of him, even though that he was mentally unstable and not fit to carry a gun. So there are certain loopholes that are in there that concern, sales and all that. That's why with JB Firearms, when I interviewed them, they talk a lot about how they follow along with the question-based selling process, where they really ask a lot of questions about what the gun is the person's trying to purchase, what is it going to be used for, who's going to be using it, all of those things. There's a lot more into it that they can't go over with me, but they have to be able to qualify someone for purchasing a gun from them before they can sell it. And what Corey Lamb is a customer for them, and after interviewing him, he said that his purchase from J&B has been amazing. They are really good at getting information to the consumer before just going through with the purchase of the gun. And I thought that was really well done. It's no surprise that out of all the charts that are out there, the rise of gun deaths are happening, and we continue to see that. We see the also in sports that an MLS player is also working to try to end gun violence, and I love that it's anybody who can get involved to be able to help end gun violence and make sure that we have the right statutes in place to protect people. I think is really knowledgeable and helping and noble for being able to help us. And just ending the story, I just want to really make sure that I highlight the fact that the places that are selling guns are not necessarily the bad guys, although they are held liable for a sale, which is why they're so strict on selling those guns and making sure that they follow those guidelines. In the interview with Corey, I was able to find from J&B one of their representatives who didn't want to be mentioned that stated that they simply sometimes turn people away from being able to purchase a gun because they don't fit in with the questions. They don't answer the questions the right way or fit into what they're looking for. And they also notify other gun shops locally about the purchase that may have tried to happen. So just ending today's topic with gun sales and gun ownerships and having gun sales, a safer Oregon of sales. And I think that we are definitely in the right mindset and we're getting somewhere, even though that there's a lot more involved into it, and it's more than just gun safety itself. Thank you so much for watching.